Good morning, students. In 12th standard computer science, we are discussing chapter 13 Python and CSV files lesson. In this lesson, previous classes, first we have started how to read the data in CSV files. Next, we have started how to write the data in CSV files. In that, different types of CSV files is possible to write. Many formats are there. The first format we have seen in yesterday's class, how to create the new file, and the remaining formats we are going to see in this class. So next, and writing data in different types of CSV files. Next category what I am going to say, modifying an existing data, adding new row, writing on CSV file with codes. About that, these types of CSV files we are going to see one by one. Next, we'll start one by one. First one, modifying an existing file. So now what do you mean by modification? Already you created one file. That file contains some data. After creating the file, suppose if you want to do some changes in the file, that is called modification. Modification means we are doing some changes with the file already created. So now for this, let us see example program. Import CSV. CSV module I am importing. Then rows equal to 4m Trichy I am giving. Row is a variable. Row is a variable. There I am giving as a list format. So we can take list variable row equal to 4m Trichy. This is a value I am going to change. Next, read file equal to open sample.csv read mode. So read open function will open sample.csv in read mode, and that is stored in read file. Next, reader equal to csv.reader of read file. What will happen here? Read file contains a data that is read by csv.reader. It is stored in reader. Now reader has a data. Next, what I am saying, lines equal to list of reader. The reader contains a data. The data can be changed into list format and it is stored in lines. Lines equal to list of reader. The reader contains a data. It is changed in a list format and it is stored in lines. Next, lines of 3 is equal to row. What will happen here? Already lines contains the list values. Many number of values in a list format it will be stored. In that, lines of 3 alone, I am changing with the new value what I have given in row. So lines of 3 is equal to row means what? Row has a particular value that will be changed in lines of 3. Lines of 3 value will be changed with the new value of row. That's all. Next, that's now what I did. Simply I am reading the file. Then I am changing a content. Next, I am going to write the file. For that, I am using a variable called write file. Write file equal to open sample.csv write mode. So open file, open function opens the sample.csv in write mode. It is stored in write file. Next, writer equal to csv.writer of write file. What will happen here? csv.writer is getting ready to write some data on write file, and that is stored in writer. Next, writer.write rows of lines. What will happen? Writer function is used to write rows are used to write many rows, and lines contains a new value. So what will happen here? Already writer contains the data to write. In that I am changing a little bit one row which is stored in lines to this. That's all. So what will happen here? Writer.write rows of lines. Already we have given some content in that lines of 3 alone. It will be changed as new value. That's all. Next, I am closing read file. I am closing write file. That's all. So what is the concept here? You are opening a file. You can read the file, changing the content, write the file. That's all. Both read mode and write mode is important. And finally, you are closing all the file. Finally, your file contains the new value for a particular place. I mean in second row or third row like that. Now see the output for this. First one, roll number, name, city. It's a heading I have given. Then second row, next row 1A Chennai, next row 2B Mumbai, next row 3C Chennai, next 4M Trichy. So here 4M Trichy row I have given some value already. Now it is changed with the new value. This is called modifying an existing file. Next, I am going to say next category, adding a new row. How to add a new row? It is something different between from the previous topic. Adding new row means what? Already created contents are there. Now I am going to add one new row alone. That's all. Very simple thing. Import CSV. Row, as usual, the row contains some data. Row equal to 6 is at Madurai. Next, CF is equal to open. I am reading a file sample.csv in append mode. Append mode is used to read and write both. You can update. For that we are using append mode. So sample.csv can be opened in append mode. It is stored in CF. Next, writer equal to csv.writer of CF. What will happen here? Excuse me. Writer equal to csv.writer of CF. So what will happen here? csv.writer will going to write some data in CF that is stored in writer. The next line, writer dot write row of C, not CF, sorry, it's given wrongly. Writer dot write row of where the data present row. So remember that writer dot write row of within a bracket no CF, it is row only, ROW, which contains a data. Kindly change it, girls and boys. Writer dot write row of CF. So writer dot write row will write the data where the data is available, not in CF, in row, the new data. Kindly change this place. The last line, writer dot write row of row, in the place of CF, row has to come. So now row contains a new row, it will be added with the previous row. That's all, using writer function. And finally CF dot close. The file, you can close it. That's all. Next, see the output here. Roll number, name, city, AB Chennai, 2B Mumbai, and 3C Chennai, and 6 Z Madurai. I am adding new row with the value. 6 Z Madurai is a new row I have added. That's all. So this is called adding the new row. That's all. Next, I said about write mode and append mode. What is the difference between, we can say, write mode means what? Just creates a new file to write. The write mode creates a new file to write, and if the file already exists, the write mode overwrites it. Already created data is there, it overwrites the old data. And what is append mode? It adds the data at the end of the file if the file already exists. Already data is available. Append mode will add the data at the last. Otherwise, it creates a new one. It is an important difference between write mode and append mode. That's all. Next, CSV file with the codes. The final thing we are coming. What is the meaning of codes? Let's say a simple thing like dialect we have seen. In my how to write the data in CSV file with the codes. About that we are going to see. So now import CSV as usual. Then information, INFORFS information equal to, I am giving all the rows. First row, roll number, name, city. Second row, 1A Chennai. Third row, 2B Mumbai. Fourth row, 3C Trichy. I have given the data. Now in this data with the codes I have given, single code, that's all. Next, CSV dot register dialect. I am going to use my new formatting, so I am using register dialect as previous reader we have seen. And in my dialect, my formatting name is my dialect. Quoting equal to CSV dot quote all. So it is a thing which is used to give quotes. Quoting is equal to CSV dot quote all. What will happen? It will be displayed with quotes. That's all. Now, next I am going to open a file. F is equal to open sample.csv, write mode. I am opening sample.csv in write mode. It is stored in F. Next, I am going to say which file I am going to write. Writer equal to csv.writer of F. csv.writer of F. Our name of the file, dialect equal to my dialect. Dialect equal to my dialect. So my formatting I have stored that along. I am going to write the data with my formatting. Dialect equal to my dialect. What formatting I have given? Quoting equal to csv.quote all. That's all. So writer is used to write the data in F with the formatting my dialect. That's all. So next for row in information info, I'm going to write. I'm going to write all the ones. So I'm using for loop for row in info. Next line writer dot write row of row. Sorry, write row of info. So info, sorry, here also I did the mistake. Writer dot write row of info. So what will happen here? Info contains the data that can be write one by one using writer dot write row. Then F dot close. Again I can say the correction students. For row in info writer dot write row of info. Info contains the data. So remember that data I am going to write here. So writer dot write row of, in the place of row bracket you can change it as info, info. Next F dot close. I am closing the file. That's all. So this is called how to create a CSV file with the codes. The same thing only like reading. I am giving quoting equal to CSV dot quote all. That's all. So this is called how to create a CSV file with quotes. That's all. So students, in today's class we have seen only 3 topics: modifying an existing data, adding new row, writing on a CSV file with the codes. So I said some corrections students, just take it out and then you can learn thoroughly. What are the different formats, understand each line, what concept we are going to do, and how to do the concept. Understand first, for example, modifying an existing data. First you read the data and do some changes, then you are writing. Like this, each and every program understand and learn. It's easy for you. Thank you children. Next we will see in next class.